watching You Matters Happy Hour.
With me, Scott Jones and Andy Lee. How are we doing, Andy?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I was eating my own beard. I don't know what's going on with that.
As you do.
As you do, yeah. You open your mouth and it just crawls in. It's just getting a bit ridiculous, to be fair. Yeah, I did try and shave all these bits, but it just, I don't know why. It's the mask, I think, because the mask's curling it, like I said the other week, I think. But it's now starting to just grow that way, like a plant. It goes towards the sun. It's all just going in my mouth.
But I ate mine before I came on. So.
Good idea.
And cut this up in the head.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. We got anybody on at the minute? Is anybody on?
We've got 5 people on, but they're all quiet at the moment.
Oh no, John Deacon's on. Good evening, John. Good evening. Lou Smith popped into town. She's here.
That's what we like. Good evening, all. If you are watching the video and you've not yet commented, say hi. Don't be shy. Say hello in the chat. It's what we're here for. It's why we call ourselves a chat show.
If you're don't be shy. Say hi. That's nearly as good. Let the Scotty see the totty, isn't it? That's nearly there, that isn't it?
Yeah, almost. I've not quite got your creative genius yet.
Linda Woods is on. Linda's on. RWS from the NHS. That's mother. That is. That's the mother. Morning Face is on. Morning Face. Anybody got anything to talk about? Because me and Scott are bored already. Yeah, we got nothing to say, to be honest.
Get your fun conversations in. I mean, I do find that normally the people in the chat are more interested than me and you, to be fair, Andy.
They are, to be fair. I mean, there's a great bunch there. You got, John. I've only just met John. So in the last few weeks, Linda's been stalking me. She stalks me, Linda. Bless her. Bless her.
I want to stalk her. If anyone wants to stalk me.
Yeah, Linda's stalking, yeah. Face is there. Sally Tarpey. Good evening, Sally. Canine behaviourist. If ever you need your dog behavioured, Sally's your girl. Ange McGuire, good evening. Anne, she's on. JB's in town with a new haircut. Good look at them. Yeah, they're all here.
They're like buzzers, these comments, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Nothing for a while.
Jane has sent us some links, actually, mate, to for people that she thinks might be good interviewees. And I'll be very honest, Jane, I just haven't had chance. Scott and I have just arranged to actually get together on Thursday this week to try and put some planning and scheduling into this mosh that we call chat show. Yeah,
definitely. Well, and if everyone's got any more ideas on people who'd be nice to chat to on here, they don't even have to be that local because we're all online now. So just sending your suggestions, we'll have a chat.
Yeah, we want to make this show a bit of fun and a bit of laugh. So if you've got any ideas of things you'd like to see on the show, things you'd like us to do, things you'd like us to talk about, maybe, I don't know, light-hearted, bit of fun, bit of banter, on a Monday night just to start the week in a good place. So if you've got any ideas of things you think we could add to the show, Scott and I say we'll be meeting formally online, obviously, on Thursday to chat about things that we think we could add to this hour of waffle.
That's it. Well, adding to that hour waffle, we've got Judy has joined us. Chris Millington has also joined us. Good evening, Chris. Lou Smith says, bloody hell, Andy. Are you in the next Harry Potter movie with that beard?
I'm Hermione. I'm Hermione in Harry Potter. Harry Potter becomes translucent or whatever it is. Harry Potter does that. Yeah, Harry Potter becomes of no ID. I'm in that one and I am Hermione. Yeah. I've asked by JK to sort it out.
Did we find out that Hermione's actually Hagrid's daughter? And grown to Hagrid.
Yeah. It's all very strange. The story in the 17th version, but yeah, thank you for noticing, Lou, that I am obviously of film star quality.
Well, you're Mr. Famous at the moment. You're going. We reckon, was it in 2-3 years you'll be globally famous?
Globally, I mean, Kidderminster Shuttle. I reckon I'll probably get to the Worcester News. That'll be next.
Express and Star could be big time.
Express and Star. Oh yeah.
That's when you made it.
It is when you've made it. If I can get on the back page of the Wolf Squad. It's fun waffle with you two. It is, Linda. It's fun waffle, but it's you guys that make it. Thank you for coming.
Definitely. One thing I do want to talk about, and I did mention this quickly to Andy before we started, and I was amazed that he hasn't seen this video yet. A lot of you would have possibly seen a viral video went out last week from a parish meeting, a Handforth Parish Council meeting. I mean, I'm going to do it as a hero of the week, Andy. So I'm going to call it.
Okay.
And it goes out to Jackie Weaver. who is my hero of the week.
Okay.
So there was a parish meeting, and it is the worst meeting you've ever seen in your life. It's got two of the angriest men in it that I've ever seen, who just start shouting. And Jackie Weaver is just the boss, and she just calmly kicks him out, and then his voice starts going off on one. And the meeting, all the way through it, they're just arguing and shouting at each other. But Jackie is boss through it. So she's my hero of the week.
I've seen some memes about it. Jackie Weaver says you're not authorised. Is that what I've seen? Some memes? Is that what that is? Is it?
That is exactly it. I mean, I'll get the link to it and I'll put it in the.
Yeah, I've just I've seen some memes that says Jackie Weaver's not authorised. I'll have to look at that one.
Where do we get to in the chat?
We've got Brave Colin from Kentucky.
Says Brave Colin would be great interview. Who's Brave Colin?
It's one of his hot posts down in the village, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah. You don't say much and isn't very interesting, which makes him very funny. I can see that.
Yeah. Feel like us, isn't it?
It just sometimes those people are the funniest, aren't they? When they're grumpy.
Yeah. Judy Morris, of course you can, Judy. Of course you can. Yeah. Crack on.
Far away. Hope we can answer it. If not, it's going to be a bit embarrassing.
As long as it's not like really scientific and about anything really clever, we should be okay. And if we can't answer it, one of this mob might be able to. You
say as long as it's not very clever. I mean, even if it's slightly clever, I'm not going to be able to answer it.
We're all in anticipation now of Judy's question.
I'm quite nervous about what it's going to be.
I just said, can I answer?
Yeah, you can. It takes pressure off being Andy then.
You can, mate. Yeah, you can answer. Come on, Judy. Now we're all like getting a bit. I feel we should have some like build-up music.
Dun, 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 dun.
Have you got some music going on? Have you?
That was just my musical genius, mate, of me making something up on the spot.
Yeah. Do we? Oh, here we go. Face knows what the question is.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Does he, or is he sneaking in with a different question to make it sound like that was the question?
Yeah, there is that.
But Judy did say earlier on that she's not stopping for long, so maybe she's gone.
Well, it was only 2 minutes ago.
Or unless it's a really long question, she's still typing.
It could be a really long question. Yeah, it's like when somebody's typing you a WhatsApp or a message, you get them 3 little dots, and you watch them for hours and hours, and it comes back okay. How has that happened? You must have written at least one chapter there, and you get how okay or hello or whatever it is or yes, and them dots have been going for minutes and minutes and minutes. Yeah. They've got to name those dots, and I'd like to know what it is if anyone wants to bother googling it. Those dots have got a name because they're actually to keep your attention. They're another one of the wonderful world of social media's con tricks.
Okay. No, I'm on a mission to find out what they are.
Yeah, I'm sure they've got a name, and they are, I believe, a purposeful thing that they keep your attention on the app, so to speak.
So you're a fountain of knowledge, really, aren't you?
I've got a head full of shite, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah. That's if you call that fountain of knowledge, then yeah, I've got a head full of rubbish crap going on in there. To be honest, I like him. I like stuff like that. I like QI. I said that the other week. Then I like things like QI and fun facts, and I like. I like space and science. Although I'm not very good at it, I like reading about it, as in space and that, and what they're doing up there. But yeah, so a lot of it's waffle. They're called dots. Cheers, face.
It's the whole thing is actually called a typing awareness indicator. And so it says if you use Apple's iMessage, then you know about the typing awareness indicator. The 3 dots that appear on your screen to show you when someone on the other end text is typing. An indicator doesn't always appear when someone it doesn't disappear when someone stops typing.
Ah, right, okay. That's
probably what we're on about, but I believe there would be more to it than that. We'll see if we can dig a bit deeper.
Face says they're called dots, which is short for Dorothy's. And Izzy Wizzy is throwing it. It's an ellipsis. Isn't that something on the top of the E? in the foreign country? I'll have to Google it. I've got to Google these things. Let me look on my. Let me look on here.
I thought it was when the moon passed the sun. That's an eclipse, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's a Jaffa cake.
I was close.
Ellipsis. The omission from speech or writing of words that are superfluous. Oh, blooming heck. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, a set of dots. It's actually the set of dots that you put at the end of a sentence when you can't be bothered to finish it, or it starts the sentence because there's more context, but you don't write it all. You just want the bit. It's those 3 dots are called an ellipsis.
Ah.
So they're the dots you put where you've either start a sentence, like say you pinch it, but you don't want all of it, but there's more. You just write those 3. Yeah. Thank you, Izzy. I've now learned something else tonight. Happy days.
So I'm still on the edge of my seat about this question.
Yeah, come on, Judy.
But I'm also thinking, as Judy really just had us by saying it, so we were all like in anticipation for it, and then just leaving the group. Can anyone else remember the Swan Centre Swans that was in the Swan Centre outside the Waitrose supermarket? Yes. So
there's a big
very good point, John.
This is a yearly thing that comes round, isn't it? Every year, people go on about the Swans.
There is, and I believe though now there's actually a group that have been put together that are trying to locate the missing swans and get them rebuilt.
Oh, okay. For what purpose? So that you can pretend you're going underground under B&M? Because that's what it felt like when you were going underground, like when you went on.
But there are actual tunnels, aren't there, that go under that ground?
Yeah, they went under. You came out underneath them, in the little box. Yeah.
Apparently, I did read the other day people saying that they were doing tours of them where you can go and have a tour.
Well, the swans
underneath.
Of the swans?
No, like there was actual caves under the Swan Centre.
Oh, okay. I was going to say the swans will have a tour. There's a swan. There's a slide. Thank you very much. That's 15 quid. Cheers very much, Tar. yeah. And there's B&M. Get yourself something to eat.
Face loves a good tunnel.
And a good dot. And a good dot. I do like a good dot.
It's a bit like one of my team members on my quiz once put a team name in without any spaces, and it really messes up the system because when it comes on the screen, it will just try and put it all in one big word across the screen. It doesn't fit. So when they found out that it made me angry, they now have their team name as spaces are everything I'm against every week with no spaces. So what Matt's doing to us there. John says the old Harvey wine vault. Yeah, that's the one with the tunnels.
Okay, so who was Harvey? When you say Harvey, is that Harvey as in Bristol Cream, or is it Harvey as in the jewellers? I think was there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think before that there was something to do with Harvey Wines, and there was a plaque by the jewellers that were on the corner. There's a plaque on there.
Oh, okay.
It's about Harvey Wines.
Harvey Wines.
Yeah. And there's a tunnels, and apparently you can go and do not at the moment, obviously, because of COVID. No, just says the Harriers folding. Not that I'm aware of.
No, I think they're getting their loans and grants all sorted, aren't they? I see comments from old Neil. Is it Neil? Isn't it?
Neil Mail, yes.
I think they're in negotiations, aren't they, with the FA and the government to.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that at the moment. A lot of politics involved. That the loan, the money they were meant to be getting has now been said that it's a loan, not a grant. So they've got to pay it back.
Yeah.
Some of the teams in the league want to fold the league and cancel it, but there's already been like 10 million pounds put into that league already, so it'd be a waste of that. But it's all politics. I didn't get involved in that side of it. But I'm pretty confident in saying, Nigel, that the Harriers won't be folding. I think we're stable, which is good. And also, Harriers back in action tomorrow night. If anyone's interested, you can watch it live on interwebs.
Oh, yeah. Do they get much on those? Do they get many watchers?
For the home games, we get just over 1,000, I think. Okay. When you think, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good because when you think about, like, there could be 4 people watching in one household. Families to go up.
That's $8,000, isn't it?
Yeah.
$8,000 with very minimum pay cost.
Yeah, but a lot of those are season ticket holders that have already bought tickets and they get free access to the stream.
Oh, okay.
But tomorrow night we're away to Boston.
Oh, nice
So,
triple. Lincoln.
Yeah, I'm actually gutted because it's a new ground for me. They've got a new ground this season.
And you can't go.
No, not at all.
Can't go. That's answered your question, Nigel. We are full of info, even if most of it's not proven. We assume they're not folding.
What info is ever proven? What if there's only 2 in a household, then only 2 people watch the game?
Yeah. They've only bought 1 ticket, though, haven't they? See? They've only bought the streaming rights, haven't they? Judy still hasn't popped her question on yet, has she?
No. I think she's gone now.
Yeah, it was only like 2 minutes, though, from the time we said yes to the time she asked the question.
But this is it's going to be one of those that plays on my mind now for the whole week. What was she going to say?
I think when we put a post on saying thank you to everybody that's been on, we should ask Judy, what was her name, Morris, what was your question?
Well, Face says he's got a question for us. He says, I have a question.
Go on then, Face. What's your question?
I mean, this is a question that I'm actually looking forward to.
He's probably just doing a Judy on us and just let it lie there.
And Judy, if you are still watching, please put us out of our misery. That's what the question is.
Yeah. As long as it's not, do you know where the Swans are?
I would have thought, though, a man of your stature in Kidderminster, mate, would have some info on the Swans.
Well, you think, to be fair, like the Queen owns the real ones, I should have them too, shouldn't I?
What?
Yeah.
So from your house?
Yeah, I should have them at the back of my garden, because if the Queen can have the real ones, I should have those two as Lord of Kidderminster, as Duke of Kidderminster.
I mean, too far, I don't think Duke of Kidderminster does you justice.
Nah, it's a bit low level in it, to be honest.
I was thinking more like an Earl.
Well, today at school, I've had my head covered in shaving foam, because with the sensory teaching we do with the kids, shaving foam was the order of the day in big trays. So Muggins here's had his head covered in the stuff today, walking around school with my head covered in shaving foam. So, Duke is probably adequate.
So it's a hard day's work, isn't it, for someone?
It's a hard day's work walking around covered in shaving foam, like head to all my head. Great. But at least I smell nice.
Yeah, I can't say the same, I'm afraid.
No.
But yeah, either Face has done the same to us, or his question was, what if there's only 2 in a household?
Yeah. Or what if his question is, what is Judy's question? Has anybody got anything interesting happen to them this week? Or anything happening this week coming? Doesn't have to be past, it can be the future. Has anything going on? Anybody want to tell us about something that's made them feel good or going to make them feel good this week? I had my jab on Saturday night.
Hey.
I had my vid jab. I cancelled my show on Sunday morning for lying, and also I was a bit apprehensive about After Effects. Not that I'm bothered, but a lot of people I spoke to, including my daughter, had quite nasty After Effects, so I was a bit concerned. So I preempted and had no After Effects, apart from being very, very tired. And later on Sunday, I did feel like I got the flu coming, but that passed. So yeah, so I cancelled my show in preempt, feeling rough, and I didn't feel rough. So happy days. If you get the opportunity, go and get it done.
Which one did you have?
Oxford.
Oxford, okay. I think everyone I know has had the Oxford one so far.
Yeah, well, I've been thinking about this jab thing. If you think about the whole pandemic, it's very Popman related. Tizer have made one of the things, haven't they? They've got one of the vaccines as a Tizer. You've got the virus is called Corona, and it's a pandemic, isn't it? So obviously, this is something with the Popman from the 80s. Isn't it? You know what I mean? I reckon this is all being, and all the stuff's being swept under the carpet. So I reckon this is all very much to do with the Pop Man in that blue transit van that used to come round Kiddie. It's something to do with him. Yeah.
I used to love that Pop Man, or the milkman that used to go around. I mean, I remember on 6 o'clock in the morning stumbling home, and I saw the milkman go past. Just sold me a little bottle of milk on the way home.
Yeah, you can do that.
We're going.
Yeah.
Always appreciate that. So Faces asked his question. He says, I want to know what happened to the local Nutters characters. Well, Andy's right here. He's doing all right. The bloke that every town centre had. He shouted, sang, danced, mumbled, and everyone knew them. They've gone. Where have they gone?
Our most famous one would have been Johnny the Cobbler, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, he would have been our most famous one. He used to frighten the kids, and he was harmless enough, but he used to dress as Charlie Chaplin and things as well, didn't he? Always hammered. He would have been our most famous one.
I've only seen I've only seen pictures of him. I never
walk around and
never got to experience.
Yeah,
him.
he was a bit creepy and a bit scary, but he was harmless. He was just constantly hammered and falling over, and he dressed as Johnny the Cobbler, as Charlie Chaplin, something with a stick and everything, and just walk around like this. It's proper funny. A bit weird.
Well, it's like I said, every town has one, and you need them.
They do. Faces is now.
Yeah. So Sarah has joined us, Madam Mayor, who had a jab last week as well, and I think the mayor was quite ill from that. What I've heard,
well, lent me a car then, couldn't she? Because I could have got one in Bromsgrove. I had to drive my own car. Oh, sorry, I didn't tell me. Rachel took me up. RWS, the daughter of Linda. We went up.
You the Artrix Theatre?
Went to the Artrix, Atrix, whatever it's called. Yeah, to be fair, really, but they done me. They were great, lovely people doing their bit to support those, to support this massive operation that we are currently leading the world in, because we are Great Britain.
It's what puts the great into Britain, isn't it?
Yeah, it has. This vaccine will just piss off all those people that have been slating the government's handling of this, because we're so far ahead of the world now in vaccinating people and being clear of this blinking thing that it was just all about timing. That's all it was. Johnny the Cobblers, Lou Smith, John Deakins. Can you remember when you used to be able to get 10p back? Yes. I remember you buy cigarettes singly as well.
I forgot about that. You could leave your pop bottles and get some bit of money back, yeah?
Yeah, and you could buy cigarettes singly. I used to go down the shop at the bottom of Greatfield Road to buy like a cigarette for like 3 pence or something like that. I used to open the packets and put them in a jar, and you could buy single fags. Johnny the Cobbler did do the best Charlie Chaplin impression. Chopper Sean. He was around, wasn't he? Sarah, Johnny the Cobbler as well. Face had Mad Malik in Smalley, that's appropriate. And we had Dick Dastardly in Chelmsley Wood. Good evening, Beck.
Evening, Beck. How we doing? So, Beck is, I believe, still an NHS worker as well. So, I know start of the pandemic, she definitely was. So, big shout out to Beck and all the hard work her and her colleagues have done for us. John says, hope retail staff get COVID jabs soon. Well, I think they should be on there, shouldn't they, really?
Well, I think the way we're going, we'll all have had it in the not too distant, depending on what you think is distant and what is not too. I don't think it'll be long before we've all had at least one, to be honest, the way they're tracking. If you think they've done, 10 million in less than 4 weeks? That ain't a bad effort. And I've got to be honest, when I went, it was slick as you like. It was like no hassle in. They were lovely. They were great. There's your cubicle, sir. Bang, bang, bang. Out you come. You know?
Yeah, I remember my mum went for a COVID jab, and I was amazed how fast she came back. Yeah, she was back within about 15 minutes.
You have to wait for 15 minutes if you're driving yourself. But I wasn't driving, as I said. Rach took me up, and because she was driving, I was straight back out and jobs of fish.
Perfect. Face says he doesn't like a jab.
He does like a jab. Face, actually, a little trivia about Face. I don't know whether he actually mentioned it a few weeks ago. Face was actually a European kickboxing champion back in his youth. Wow. Yeah. He was, and he had a video. I don't know if he still got it. A video of him fighting this bloke who was about 8'6", because Face is only 1'3". This bloke was about 8'6", and he basically was kicking Face on top of the head with his heel, and he basically knocked Face out. On this video, Face is out cold and still comes out for the second round. But yeah. In like for like fighting sort of weight belts, he was European champion, I think it was. I'm sure you'll correct me before I got old and fat. There you go, look. And actually, to show you how we never know, how life is very fragile, he actually had, I believe, correct me, Face, if I'm wrong, he had his first heart attack during that period of his life. Just to show you how fragile, because obviously he was super fit.
Yeah. But that's dedication and getting knocked out and still coming out with the second round.
Yeah, I've seen the video. Yeah, I remember seeing it years ago. It's really funny. Oh, no, I shouldn't laugh. He broke my ribs, look, with a knee.
Yeah, maybe we can hold that video and play it for the last 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah. I mean, it's many, many years ago since he showed it me, so whether he's still got it, I don't know, but I remember watching it.
So just go back on about Beck. She says it's not the NHS, but care in the middle of an outbreak, so it's tough. And the Care 24 girls are amazing. I mean, anyone that sort of line is incredible, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, I was thinking about that today, actually. I was actually having a drive when I was going to work this morning. I was thinking about the people as wonderful and as amazing as the NHS are, and I'd take anybody for an argument if they want to diss any of those people, inside or outside of COVID, to be honest. I think it's the most amazing facility with amazing people. We've got the care workers and all those related, so anybody related to the medical. But I was thinking about you've got your dustmen and your postmen and your street cleaners and your retail workers and all these people that continued to work. Maybe not at the danger zone as some of the NHS were, but in the early days, it was as dangerous in Tesco's as it probably was in some of the wards at the hospital. And I mean that from experience of my family working there. You know, people were just rude and in their faces. So, you know, there's a lot of people I think we've got to be grateful for this whole COVID. And obviously the NHS and care, for me, deserve all the plaudits they get. But we've got to be mindful of all those other amazing people that kept this country going when we were all allowed to sit at home and get 80% of our salary.
Definitely. And I think as well, like you say, sometimes there's some of the people that were furloughed as well that were amazing. I mean, Andy, yourself, you know, you decided to use your free time to start a little show in the mornings for people to help them through. You know, and there were a lot of people that didn't just sit at home and do nothing, that they used that time that they were free to sort of help get involved, help other people, do whatever they could. I know people that used to do shopping for the elderly.
Yeah.
It's been,
I mean, everybody knows my story. A lot of people know my story. For me, it's been an amazing time, but I think it's also been a wonderful, wonderful time to watch humanity come together. There's been some dickheads, don't get me wrong. Those people will always exist. But I think we've just seen a different side of humanity where people have gone, do you know what? We need to be as one to get through this shit. And thankfully, I believe, just my opinion, we're seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, for me, it's just been, there's just so many people we need to be grateful for. And Rachel's just saying there, everyone's had a role to play, not least the people who stayed home and followed the rules. Yeah, absolutely. Every single one of us has had a role to play. And the mad thing about COVID, the thing for me, Beck, absolutely. Everyone, you're right. No, Beck, I don't think there's anything. Rachel's not having a go at you there at all. I don't think. She's just adding another comment in. I think the mad thing from the whole of COVID has been about people. That's been it. It's been about people. And that's been the whole of this last 12 months. And I think it's been, dare I say it, wonderful. I think it's just been giving us all a chance. There's been some shit, but there's shit every day in all walks of life. So, yeah, thank you to everybody, to be honest. All of us.
I think there has been I mean, obviously there's COVID has been a real bad time and it's caused devastation throughout the country. But I also think the time it's changed a lot of people and it's made, as you just say, it's made people appreciate things more, appreciate other people more. There's a lot that's come from it. A lot of good has come from it. Even the quizzes that I do, I started off just for my regular quizzes. I started doing them online. And within like 4 weeks, we're up to 50 odd teams. And I was getting to meet people that, I'd never knew. I've got teams that play from like Norwich now. A couple of teams in Newcastle that play every week. And, we have a chat after the show and we're getting to know these people. People I'd probably never met in any walk of life before. I think it's quite sad as well. I think the one thing that the little bit that bothers me, doesn't bother me. I don't know whether that's the right word. I'm not going to worry about my semantics. But is that I hope we can remain like this once this is all over. I know that life will change and people won't be coming on our shows as much because life will get back to the pubs and the social. Maybe, I don't know. I just hope we can all remain this brilliant, friendly community support. Do you know what I mean? It's just, that's what a little bit bothers me, that we're going to go back to before when everybody hated everything, Yeah, everyone moaned about everything. But it's all right for Face because he's been social distancing for years.
Me as well, mate. Absolutely. That was me as well. Exactly the same. Rachel's also. Do you want to? Yeah, exactly the same, mate. I was saying the same thing. When I realised I'd been doing COVID for 3 years before. Like, what's Rachel saying?
So Rachel says, I will say that a lot of NHS frontliners are now reaching breaking point after 12 months of constant pressure. So if you know anyone, please check in on them. That's a great shout, really. And again, it's the same with a lot of people that have been stretched out a lot during COVID. That it's been almost a year now of all this, and people are starting to get to the end of their braveness. Everyone's plodded through, haven't they, for so long, and everyone needs someone to talk to. So if you know anyone, put your arm around them. Why not?
Absolutely. We've got this far, and we have in this country. Let's not forget it's all over the world, but certainly in this country, I see light at the end of our own personal tunnel. How that will affect us worldwide, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. We'll deal with that when we have to. Face is going to wear his mask. Yeah, I will miss my mask. I've got to be honest. That when that day's come, I don't know if I'll be able to let it go. I want my mask now.
Yeah, I think it will become a thing that where like before, if you saw like someone wearing a mask out, like you said one person, and you'd be like, "What are they wearing a mask for?" And then like now, it's like
if you
it will be a thing where like people will just wear a mask now because they want to.
Yeah. Lisa Pitt's just saying there, just read Lisa's comment. Lots of people have been brought together again, makes you realise what's important, friends and family. Absolutely, Lisa. Yes, Beck, absolutely. There's so much good come out of it all. Absolutely. We can, me and people that know me, I could give you a whole show on my own of the good that's come out of COVID. I can tell you every positive, personally related, and what I feel's been positive on my own. I won't bore Scott and you guys with it, but anyone knows me, I'll tell you, I could give you 12 months worth, no problem at all.
There you go, mate. There's a video for your Awesome Together page.
Yeah. All the positives ahead of it. That bore people to death, wouldn't it?
Oh, you could do it like a Top of the Pops sort of thing.
I could, yeah. In number 9. There was the time. But, I could do, yeah.
At 10.
Yeah, at 10.
At 9.
Yeah, that's it. I could do that. Top 10 of positive moments from COVID.
Yeah. So you can get on that. I always lose where we got to.
Well, we said, I think this world will become a better place. Face is going to wear his mask forever. Beck said, obviously, that we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for COVID. Yeah, every cloud, of course. John Deacon said, be nice to meet up with friends and family, not just online or Zoom, or any other platform. Of course, it will be. It's always nice to have a human interaction if you're of that way inclined, won't it? Be nice how you'll do it. It might be in a different way, but absolutely being social interaction of some form is obviously proven to help our mental health. So yeah, of course it will be nice to pat people on the back and shake their hands and give them a hug, when it male, females, whatever. Not going to go down that line. Face is a bit fed up now. I've been out. I've not been out for a year. No, that's right. Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
No, and that's the biggest thing as well. I mean, can you just imagine the first sort of big night when everyone gets to go out for the first time? And there's no restrictions in place, and everyone's had their jabs. It's just going to be carnage for like months. I
must admit, my excitement for when we're allowed to is going somewhere, travel somewhere, go somewhere. It's not going to the pub; it's going somewhere. It's just, we had something booked over Christmas, and it just had to be cancelled because obviously Wales went into lockdown. That's where we're going. So it'd just be great to just go somewhere. That's my look forward to. But I know a lot of people will be wanting to go to the pub, and that's absolutely wonderful. So
do you know what my biggest thing I'm looking forward to when we get to go back out?
Yeah, of course we do.
Nando's.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing, mate. What's a bit of the chicken?
Your granddad don't go there, does he? But your nan
does. I was thinking, where's he going with this? But I got there. Yeah.
We should have street parties, right? So not in my street. I hate people. Yeah.
Yeah. Best thing, I wouldn't want a street party, but I want it somewhere else where I can go to it and enjoy it. But then when I want to go home, it's door.
Yeah. Looseness felt with seeing nobody gets a bit low. I think what I've found on the flip of that, Luke, so I'm going to pee people off because I am quite a positive fella, is I've spoken to more strangers. I have, when I'm walking the dog, I make a point of speaking to people when I'm out and about. You know, just a morning, how are you? Good morning, hello, hi. I just even if that's it, I speak to so many more people than I did before. You know,
Definitely. Right, it'll be like your VE day. Yeah.
or she's even given it a name. Look, virus extinction.
Nice. VE, virus extinction, yeah.
Nice.
Worked that well.
Right, she's looking forward to putting the bins out.
I mean, I've just read a comment down about Manny, and I'm not sure if I can say it out loud.
Do you want me to? Is it Lisa's?
It is.
So Lisa's saying, and obviously Scott's, look, I can see his face, Lisa. You know, just look at that face. He's biting his own lip. Hate Nando's. Tried it a couple of times. Very overrated. Kids think I'm mad. Look at his face, Lisa. I mean, you've lost him. You've lost him. It's 8:08.
I'm going to have to take him in, Andy. So.
Huh? He's left. He's walked out. He's walked out. He's just walked out, honestly. Trademarking virus extinction. Happy days.
Brilliant. So Matt Calvin Face says, yeah, but when you speak to strangers, they think you're going to mug them. I mean, they do when you've got Andy's sort of hairstyle. I mean,
I've usually got my woolly hat and my mask on, so I'm just like, that's it.
Just your eyes. Hello.
Yeah. Easy to talk to strangers with fur babies. People don't think, I've got a dog. I can't go with this fur babies, Lark. I've got to be honest, Lisa. People call them fur babies. They're dogs. But yes, it is easy to talk to people. But even so, if we're walking out and about, I do still try and interact because you never know. Those people might be out because the only people they see are the people on the streets, innit? No, brah.
So with that, I mean, when I've been walking and I've not got a dog, and you see all these, like you walk through Hercote Woods and see everyone passing each other with dogs, I always feel a bit left out, like, because everyone's like, morning, how old's your dog? And I'm just there, like, all right.
You need to shout into the woods. Just shout into the woods like a dog's name. And just he's run off, isn't he? Oh, bloody hell. Wolfie, just something like that. Something
it'd have to be Milo for me, I think, if I was going to have a dog's name.
Yeah, there you go. So just shout that in the woods. Milo, this way, back to the car, and then just keep walking, and they won't know that you haven't got one.
It's because I've still got the obsession with the Milo, the dog from The Mask.
Oh, yeah. Okay. When you said Milo, I was thinking of the skinhead in the Tweenies, the one with the spiky hair and the Dr. Martin boots. He was a Milo.
Didn't know that was his name. There we go.
Yeah.
It's just the best bit when the dog puts the mask on and then takes the wee off the fountain. I mean, it's just what naughty films are made of, isn't it? It's just
great film. Great film. It's one of the few I do have watched.
Face says a bulldog is not a fur baby.
There you go, Lisa Pitts. Yeah, I'm with you there, Face.
No way. Lisa's dog is actually called Milo.
There you go.
So that's actually brought back a few brownie points after the Nando's comment.
Yeah, there you go, Lisa. Done right. And one of the lead singer in the last band I was in was called Milo.
There we go.
Yeah,
it's a great name. Face had a mate called Milo.
There you go. It's just never ending. Look what you started.
this came out of nothing. I was just talking about a little dog, and no relation. We're going to have a Milo appreciation Facebook group soon.
We will. Milo together, we'll call it. Milo together. Yeah.
Put your favourite Milos in here.
Yeah. Your high Milo, we'll call it.
Oh mate, you're a creative genius to these names.
Creative genius, to be fair. Like Tony Hart. Remember him? We spoke about him, didn't we?
Think so, mate. The other week there was so many things mentioned about 70s and 80s TV that my mind was blown by the end of it.
I'm still gutted that about Jane's question. Was it Jane? Was it Jane? Yeah, it was Jane, wasn't it?
No, it was Linda.
Judy Morris. Judy Morris.
Yeah.
RWS, have you noticed your mum's on? Just to let you know. Judy, cheers, Tess. Look at Tess, the secretary. She knows it was Judy. Look, Tess Louise, she knows. She's like the PA.
I think, to be fair, we probably need a PA to sort of keep us in check.
I think we could do with that. Tessa is right. We've got Judy. John Deakin, I know someone who had a dog called Flash. Did he save every one of us? I think he did.
I think he did.
Yeah. I think he did. And then he started making floor cleaner. He was quite a clever dog. Quite a clever dog.
Actually, it's pretty sad because there is the dog in the Flash adverts now, isn't there, that sings,
Yeah, there is.
"Where is all the dirt gone?"
Nice. Lisa's got a dog. A big Staffy is a fur baby now being renamed Needy Norman. Nice.
That's a great name. You might just shouting that in the woods. Needy Norman, get back here now.
Needy Norman. Come back here. Come back here, Needy Norman. We haven't finished.
See, you could you could be quite sort of creative, couldn't you, if you think about it? So you could call your dog something like My Face. So when you're shouting the dog back and you're shouting, "Come on." I'm not going to say it, but everyone gets it.
Yeah, I'm glad you thought about that, Scott. It's something that I wouldn't have gone there, but great. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. That one.
No problem, mate.
I'll leave that to the audience.
I felt like I've not contributed that much tonight, so I thought I'd throw that one in there.
Well, Face has happened. He's got what's happened to the old dogs' names: Rusty, Bruno, Blackie, and Rover. Rachel's said hello to her mom, who's completely ignored her and told us that she's had a dog called Foggy. He was daft as his name. She missed him.
I was just thinking there's going to be a joke there somewhere.
She missed him. Yeah, so she ignored her daughter and actually named the dog, told us about Foggy the dog. Tess Louise had a Staffy cross called Rambo. Nice, as you do. Bet you had a metal collar, a metal chain for it, didn't you, as well? And a studded collar and a metal chain or a big rope. Nige Collier had a Champ. What was Champ? Nige, what was he? What sort of dog was he? I'm going to go with a Champ. I'm going to go with like a collie or like a Jack Russell type of thing, like a Westie or something.
I think it was a bulldog.
Linda's laughing red off. Look at this piss-taking bint.
Yeah, I'm just loving the last few comments. There's a bit of love in there for me.
There is, yeah.
First for the t-shirt, and then very funny.
Yeah. Oh, Tesla's told you, leather collar with metal studs. I knew it would have. Staffy, nice. Staffy. Okay, fair enough.
Face with the joke. I went to school with a kid called Foggy, named because he was thick.
No, I see what he did there. Yeah. I went to school.
Saying it's a joke, it might have actually been more. They might have called him Foggy for that reason.
They're not all as funny as me, Scott. Just one or two of them. I went to school with a kid called Spud because he never took his jacket off. Come on now. Come on. So what are the dogs? Who's got the randomest dog name? Tess Louise's Rambo. We've got Champ for another Staffy there. So a few Staffies in town. Obviously Needy Norman.
Needy Norman.
Face had a dog called Neville, which I imagine was a tribute to Neville Staples.
Well, actually, with the Neville bit, it just reminded me. So you know Gary Neville, the footballer?
Yeah.
Do you know what his dad's name is?
Neville.
Neville.
It is Neville. Why would you do that to your kid? Why would you call? I can't imagine my name being Leaky Leak.
I just imagine that they're in the pub. And it's like, oh, yeah. I bet you like if this goal goes in, you've got to call him Neville.
Yeah, why would you?
They're going to score now. Oh,
why would you call him
Neville?
Coco Bean, RWS, grand dog. It is. It's a daughter's dog. It's a Chihuahua. Coco Bean. Faces Albert Gino Calvin.
I mean, Face seems to have a lot of dogs.
Yeah, Face goes through dogs like I go through bourbon biscuits. What's Albert? Albert bit, Face? I know the Gino bit, obviously, Gino Washington, but what's the Albert bit? I'm a bit unsure about that one. Tessa's my mate's Basset hound is called Nigel. Now, if I had a Basset hound, it'd have to be called Bertie, like Bertie Bassett, wouldn't it? You know, like all sorts or whatever it is. But Nigel's good. I had a mate, Paul McTeer, who's no longer with us. He had 2 rats, and he used to come in the pub with his 2 rats on his shoulder. He used to come in the Bull and Bush, for those who remember. Jane will remember the rats, possibly. Trevor and Dave, they were. I think they were brown and white, if I remember right. It was in his days of when he was into club footing, and he had a flat top and his dungarees, and he was a big lad. And he had these 2 rats, Trevor and Dave. I'll always remember them.
What, did you just sit on his shoulder?
Yeah.
What, were they dead or?
No. I mean, you just have them in a. He obviously lived in a cage, but yeah, he'd sit with them in his shoulder, like occasionally. He'd bring them with him.
I imagine him like just staying there.
He'd bring them with him, sneak them in, and he'd have them like with him in a Sunday lunchtime in the pub in the Bull and Bush or Weary or wherever. Yeah, and he had them. Trevor and Dave, I think their names were. I may stand corrected, but I'm pretty sure that was their names. Been a long time since he moved on.
Some great stuff there.
Yeah. Suited him down to the ground. He was perfect as a rat parent.
Looks like John's got one called Fred, the Basset Hound.
Fred was the cartoon character, wasn't he?
If you're going back to a 70s telly again.
Yeah, Fred was a cartoon, like a drawing in the old days when they used to have them in the comic strips in the papers. Fred was in the, what was it, Daily Mail or something like that, I think. John Deacon, his late uncle, had a dog called Cocky. Nice. Arrogant little shit it was. Arrogant.
Can you imagine that one as well? Just walking through the, like if you lost him on a lead and you walk through the field going, I'm looking for me Cocky. Have you seen me Cocky anywhere?
Do you shorten it?
And just say, have you seen me cock?
Yeah. Do you, or do you just, is it Cocky? Do you shout, do you go with that? Do you walk round, you know, the woods shouting, I'm looking for me cock? Or, I mean, what do you do that with Cocker Spaniels? I don't know how it works. I've got to be honest. It's a bit crude, but never had to think about it.
No. I remember my dad had a dog and they shortened it. So here's the first. I can't remember the name. They shortened the dog. No, the name.
This is like a hot dog, and when it's too long, it can't sit down the side of the sofa because it hangs off the end. So we've shortened it. Like one of them things you get in, like, what's they called? Like in Toy Story, he was a
yeah, he had the springs between him. Yeah.
Them slinkies. Did your dad have a dog that he shortened? Yeah, that's great.
My dad was Andy from Toy Story. Yeah,
it's mad. Yeah, I've got it written on the bottom of my shoes.
No, it was they shortened his name, but like I forgot what it was. They shortened it to the initials B and J, and he once lost him in the park, so he was walking around shouting that, not really thinking about what he's shouting.
B and J.
B.
BJ.
As in Bravo Juliet.
Yeah. So it's BJ shouting around. I want a BJ in the woods. Yeah, looking for BJ. Yeah, fair play.
When he claims it was for the dog, anyway, I don't know. It might have just been his excuse.
Lead. He just went and bought a lead and walked around the woods shouting for a BJ. Yeah.
Police, what are you doing? Looking for a dog. I said when the police stopped him, I said, "What are you doing?" Just looking for a dog, mate.
Yeah, looking for a dog. Sorry, Linda. Shame Linda there. Next door's dog is called Kevin. Face lives down there. He's got a dog called Kevin in the village.
Nice. I mean, my next door neighbour's got a dog, but I don't know what it's called.
Do you actually know your next door neighbours at all?
No.
How far away, Scott?
So yeah.
How far away are your next door neighbours?
I live in Terracehausen.
And you don't know your next neighbours?
No.
And then about half an hour ago, we were talking about how we should socialise more, how people should be speaking to strangers more, and you've got to check on people and be more verbal with people, and you don't even know who your neighbours. How long have you lived next door to your neighbours, Scott?
Actually, both sides have recently moved in. But like, I know the people that lived there before them.
Oh, that's useful.
Probably 3-4 years.
Oh, that recent, eh? Oh, yeah, they're new then, aren't they, in the area? Yeah, that recent, 3 or 4 years. 4 years. Sorry, mate, I wouldn't expect you to know them yet, their names or anything. That'd be ridiculous. Sorry, mate. Push it. I'm a bit too forward for my own good sometimes.
You are a bit, mate, to be fair. I've still got the cake waiting to take round to welcome them to the neighbourhood.
They've had 3 parties and you haven't been invited to one yet, have you?
That's the worrying part, isn't it? Yeah. Everyone else has been at this party, but
Yeah.
even the people I live with have been to the party, just not me.
They just say they're going out to the shops.
Yeah, we're just popping up. What, 10 o'clock at night? Yeah, won't be long.
Face never talk to his neighbours.
Yeah, see faces with me on that. I think you can get too personal with your neighbours, can't you? It's like it's a bit weird when they see all your dirty washing.
Yeah, I get that. I don't have massive interaction with my neighbours in that sense, but I know they are and I speak to them. The difference between sitting in their lounge and morning, how are you? Can I get you anything? I'm going to the shop. There's two very different things we're talking about here, Scott. It's just like when you hear their door open and you're going out, do you just walk back in really quickly and shut the door till they've gone?
I've got one of those Ring doorbells and I have a look on it to make sure the coast is clear first.
Yeah, see if they've gone. Yeah, I bet your house and their house is like them old school weather things where the man went out if it was raining and then came back in when it's sunshine. That's what you do, don't you? You like pretend you work nights so that you can go out when they've gone. Hey,
so
4 years.
I will say I don't know the names as such, but like I'm on like nodding terms with them.
I don't know their names as such. Do you know their names?
but I like nod to them. I'm like morning, and that's it.
You'll be giving away their daughter soon at their wedding. I have no doubt the way you're going. Hey,
best friends, mate. So we're close friendship on this street.
You are close friends, are you? Where do you live? Guantanamo Bay. It's not
that glamorous, mate. No,
it's not that far. Yeah, Bangkok Hotel. Is that where you live? Yeah.
Well, that's what some people call it. But that's not where we live.
Hey, happy days.
Linda says both sides of me have dogs called Buddy. I never know who's calling their dog. Oh, so both houses have dogs called Buddy. That'd be quite confusing.
It would, yeah.
When I lived in a house with a joint garden, I only used to mow my half of the grass. Yeah, why should you mow their grass? I'm with you on that face.
Yeah, see, I didn't because I used to live in a house like that where it's shared, front lawn was shared. And I used to, because it was so small, by the time I put my mower away, I could have mowed their half. It was so small. So I'd always mow their half.
Yeah, but did they ever mow it back for you?
Yeah, they would. Yeah. But it was normally me because I worked from home in those days. So yeah, it was normally me. But yeah, why wouldn't you do that unless you? Bless you, bless you. Scott doesn't even know his neighbours after 4 years. Doesn't even know their names, and Face would only mow his half of the lawn.
I'm not a fan of neighbours, if I'm honest.
No, that's fair. You should live in a remote country house then, Scott, not with neighbours.
Not in terraced housing.
I was talking to there's a girl at work who actually came up with the phrase the other day. She didn't realise she'd said it until everybody started laughing, and she said, "My next door neighbours who live next door to me." She actually started a sentence with that, and what she meant to say was her best friend who lived next door to her, but she said, "My next door neighbours who live next door to me," and she just carried on until everybody was like looking at her, shaking their heads, laughing, going, "What? Where do they live?"
That was almost like my brother. We were playing darts and we were playing against these two twins. And when we finished, my brother said,
twins. Two twins. It was almost like your brother, wasn't it? The two twins. Come on, Scott. Now you got to start thinking, son. You got to start thinking before you speak.
I don't know what's going on tonight. I think I need an early night. I think
you do. Yeah, two twins.
They were twins. Yeah. And when we were leaving, he said, "You know those twins? One of them was in your year." Yeah, just the one. The other was year below.
Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? That's terrible.
But John says he can remember the weather houses with the man and the woman.
Yeah. And they came out, one went in when it was cold and one came out when it was hot. Like they took it in turns, didn't they?
All I remember with the weather is that was it this morning? He used to have the weatherman that used to jump across the water.
Yeah, Fred.
Yeah, every day I used to watch it hoping he was falling.
He did fall in, didn't he?
He did a couple of times he went in.
Yeah. He did fall in.
But yeah, that was great television back in them days.
Yeah, it's probably the last time I watched it, to be honest. Television, not a big telly fan. But Beck Perks is laughing a little head off there. Look at it. Laughing at you, Scott, because you're the funny one, as Rachel's quite rightly told us.
I think they probably meant more funny looking.
Is John Deacon starting a campaign there, or is he telling us what the bloke was called that did the math?
Free Talbot. Free. Let's get him out. Let's get Talbot out.
That's what you want us to get beyond, John, because we can do that on this show. We can support all uprisings. Free Talbot. We can do that.
Definitely. Yeah, so Becca was... I used to play darts like with Becca. I used to go and watch her play darts as well.
Okay.
I tend not to play it too much because she always used to beat me.
Yeah. It's always a good thing. Always to be busy those nights. That's probably your best bet.
Yeah. But what I always found was if I stopped playing people because they used to beat me, I never had anyone to play.
Yeah.
Everybody used to beat me.
Yeah. You can play me at darts because you've probably been me because I'm rubbish, so I haven't got a clue. Well, I've got a clue, obviously, but I'm not very good at it. I could throw a hedgehog and still score 0.
Actually, while we're talking of darts, I'd say a good look to, I think we got 4 local darts players at Q School this week, trying to qualify to become a professional darts, grab a tour card on the PDC.
Okay, fair play. Good luck to those guys then. Good luck to those guys.
So Face says Fred was a fiddler.
Nice. Was he caught? Was he Fred? Was he caught? I don't remember that.
We could not confirm or deny at the moment.
No, okay, yeah, I can't. I don't know if he was or not.
No, but one thing I can say, Andy, is it's coming to the end of the show.
It is 29. Be a nice one. He was, yes, caught. So there we go. Confirmation from Crantock. Fred was caught.
There we go.
I love that bombshell.
Bullseye with Jim Bowen, Tony Green.
Yeah, bullseye, right. It's going to 2 minutes. I'll be back in 2 minutes. The time it takes me to count out this £2.75. He'll be back in 2 minutes, £2.75. See you then.
It's weird, actually, that's been brought up because I've actually applied to be on the new Bullseye this afternoon.
Have you?
Yeah. I mean, I'll never get anywhere. I've applied for loads of TV shows.
You have, haven't you? You couldn't even get on the Undateables, could you?
No, that's it. They said I was too overqualified.
Yeah. I don't see the point.
So, yeah, I've struggled about that. The only one I haven't been for yet is Take Me Out.
Well, you've got to get on that. Let Scotty see the totty. You've got to get that on, mate. Yeah.
If I got on that would be my rider. What do you want for a rider? I want Paddy McGuinness to say this.
Yeah, you have to. There you go. My mate is a darts commentator, Sean Paul from Coventry.
Nice. There we go.
There you go.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I know we're at the end of the show.
Blind date. John Deacon's away now. Look, he's warmed up now. We've just about to finish.
I think he's good on TV shows again. He's a bit of a TV guru, isn't he, John Deacon?
Oh, that's perhaps something next week, John. Get on to us next week and get some sort of subject going. It helps us, help us type of thing. So, again, if anybody's got anything, just before we go, if anybody's got any ideas of things they'd like to see on the show, small 5, 10 minute, 15-minute segments they'd like us to do, people they think we should talk to, subjects we should talk about or approach, nothing too heavy, want to keep it light-hearted and have some banter and some fun, then please let Scott or I know. That would be wonderful.
Yeah. And ready for next week. Me and Andy are going to meet up in the week and have a little chat. So we can try and get some stuff. I'll make it a bit more interesting, a bit more funny, instead of just trying to wing it for an hour. Which we do, yeah. But thank you, guys. And as Beck says, thanks for the waffle, boys. That's exactly what we do. Just waffle on. And thank you for joining us. Don't forget, every Monday, 7:30, we'll be here on the You Matter Chat Show. See you all very soon, and take care. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Ta-ra!